6 months. That's what the doctor said. Not 6 years, not someday. 6 months. In that moment, death wasn't the loudest thought in my head. Money was. Not because I was greedy, but because I was responsible for people who depended on me. A partner, children, a family whose future didn't pause just because my life was about to end. So I asked myself the hardest question of my life. If I won't be here, how do I financially protect the people I love? The first lesson came fast. Emotions don't pay bills. Preparation does. Fear makes you freeze, but clarity makes you act. And when time is limited, action becomes love. I started by facing the numbers. Every account, every debt, every policy, every liability. No more guessing, no more I'll deal with it later. Because later isn't promised. I wrote everything down. Bank accounts, investment accounts, retirement funds, insurance policies, login details, contact numbers, due dates. Not because it was comfortable, but because confusion is expensive, and clarity is priceless. Money doesn't disappear when you do, but chaos can destroy what you worked a lifetime to build. Then came the most uncomfortable realization. Income is temporary, systems are not. I couldn't just leave money. I had to leave structure. I automated what I could. Bills, transfers, savings. Anything that didn't need human emotion attached to it was handled by systems that wouldn't panic. Because grief is heavy enough without financial decisions stacked on top of it. Next, I looked at protection. Insurance isn't pessimism. It's love with a contract. Life insurance, health coverage, emergency funds. Not excessive, not reckless, just enough to create breathing room. Time to think, time to heal, time to make decisions without desperation. Then I shifted focus from survival to sustainability. I didn't want my family to just get by. I wanted them to understand money. So I taught them. Not lectures, conversations. How income works. How expenses quietly grow. Why debt can either be a tool or a trap. I explained the difference between looking rich and being financially safe. Between fast money and durable wealth. Because money without understanding disappears fast. I also planned for the long term, even though I wouldn't be there to see it. Education funds. Investment strategies designed for stability, not risk. Clear instructions on what not to touch during emotional moments. Because markets don't care about grief. And panic is the most expensive financial mistake anyone can make. Then came the hardest financial truth of all. My family didn't need me to be a hero. They needed me to be predictable. They needed a plan they could follow on their worst days. Not something brilliant, something simple. Simple survives stress. Complex collapses under it. I also left behind permission. Permission to spend when needed. Permission to ask for help. Permission to live, not just preserve money like a shrine. Because money is a tool, not a monument. I made peace with the fact that I wouldn't be there to earn more. So everything I left had to work harder, smarter, and calmer than I ever did. That's what financial planning really is. Turning effort into endurance. And finally, I left one last message. Money is important, but it is not the measure of love. If I'd done this right, the bills will be paid. The roof will stay overhead. The future won't feel terrifying. But more than that, my family will know this. Every dollar I organized, every plan I put in place, every system I built, wasn't about money. It was about removing fear from their future. I may only have 6 months to live. But if my financial decisions are strong, my family won't feel poor, lost, or unprotected for the rest of their lives. And that is how I take care of my family.